And there we are, Kelz with the Intelz. What's up, everybody?
Hey,
Welcome. It's Tuesday night, 7:30. This is our new time slot because 9 o'clock on Tuesdays is just too much for me. But this will work. This will work. So I got Kelz with the Intelz back. You know, Kelz got all the intels when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. This is the Dallas Cowboys women's analysis as we recap the last game and then kind of figure out what we're gonna do on this next game. And Kelz, what's up? Welcome back and go ahead and fill us in. And before you start that, I just want to say make sure you touch on all the players that was missing out of this game.
gotcha.
And we still got this W.
Listen, so we entered this game with four
You cutting out already.
backups.
Or is it me?
Huh?
I said you're cutting out already, or is it me?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can now. It's just a lag. And then you kind of started talking like a robot, but I don't know if it's on my end or your end. I can't tell. Now you just
Sure.
froze.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm moving. And
You just froze again.
no,
When I tell you sometimes I absolutely just can't stand technology sometimes. Like
I
I
can't
just wish it
either.
would just work when it's supposed to work
To work.
on a regular basis and just be done with it. And so that we trying to handle business on a regular basis, but then sometimes it just wants to come in and just act a complete fool on us when we need it to just do what it's supposed to do. That's it. You keep freezing. You keep freezing. So I'm just gonna start with what
Can you hear
my
me?
portion of it. I can hear you. Okay, Kelz with the intro. Let's figure this one out. Let's get it back on there.
All right. We good?
Yes, we good.
Okay. Because look, I
Okay.
had my other phone just in case I have to flip on over. But
Okay.
let's see. Let's try.
It must be me on my end because I can't. You're still lagging and you're still going in and out. I don't know. It must be my end. Uh, you're coming in and out. Okay, try it again. Uh-uh. Okay, while we try to get that together, if is there anybody on? If there's anybody on, and you can let me know whether or not you could hear me or not. Please let me know. Please let me know. Please let me know. So anyway, so over the weekend, we were in Georgia, of course, to go watch our son play at the Georgia, and our Kentucky Wildcats choked again. So I had to watch the game on the way home on my phone. One of the things that you can hear me, Mr. Brown. Okay, thank you. And so one of the things that from watching on my phone that I was able to be able, that I was able to
Hey.
now we got to
So
echo. You gotta take the other phone. There you go. We got you. I think that's it. I think
all
that's it. Okay.
right. Is this good?
We have an echo, so you got to turn your other
Oh, I
phone
got.
on.
Let me. Okay, there we go.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
All
There you
right.
go.
So we're on the phone now.
Okay.
Go ahead, because I was listening to
Okay.
how y'all got
Yeah.
it
So
going.
also on the way home. So And the one thing about this game, as much as I wanted my Cowboys to win, Justin Fields is like a nephew to me. And so it was like, I wanted him to have a great game. And I wouldn't, if we lost, I wouldn't have been too distraught about it, right? Because I know
Mhm.
that the Jets needed to get their first win of the
Right.
season. So, um, but it looks like with all of the players that we had missing, I think Dak played probably one of his best games.
He did.
So I don't know if it was because the Jets just aren't that good, which I it's hard for me to believe, or because don't they have who's their defensive coordinator was the one that came from the that was with the 49ers that had gotten fired, wasn't he? Isn't he? For the Jets. Right. And so and he's good.
Andre White Cotton.
No, I thought it was somebody else. So I may be mistaken with that because I didn't do the research, but I thought I can't remember his name. It was the black DC before D'Amico.
Oh,
Um,
Steve Wilkes.
Steve Wilkes. That's it. Yes, thanks, Mr. Brown. Steve Wilkes, and you had it right. Yeah. So I thought Wilkes was the defense court, and he's good, right? And so I knew he was going to come with a game plan, but I thought that despite all the players that we had missing, the Cowboys were solid, and I think this was one of Dak's absolute, probably one of the top 5 performances that I've probably seen him um, execute since I've been watching Dak at quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, Dak has been on. I don't know. I just want to know what kind of cereal he is eating because
But
I need some of that in my
I
life.
I don't think it's that. I just think it's always the system. I just
Yeah,
think that when you find as the offensive coordinator, when you cater your system to the player, especially the quarterback, so that you can set them up for success, that makes all the difference in the world. So,
it
and,
does.
and that's what it looks like because this we've always known that this was the Dak that we've always wanted. But then there was always a issue, like even like you talked about, where he's never had an opportunity to audible or call his own plays or anything like that. And I felt like he has a little bit more of that autonomy now.
He's definitely getting back the autonomy that he had during his rookie and his sophomore
Hmm.
year. But and he's using his legs, something that he is known for, even from his Mississippi State games.
Hmm.
He's a mobile quarterback. And that was one of the things that Bill Callahan loved about um Dak Prescott when we got him with that 4th round compensatory pick.
Right.
Um, but Bill Callahan left, and right after Dak's rookie year, and that's when we got Scott Linehan, and they wanted to put him in the pocket and all this other
Right.
stuff. So,
But that's what a lot of old school offensive coordinators want. They want that pocket quarterback. But this is just a new era where, if to me, if you're not a mobile quarterback in this day and age, you're going to struggle because now I'm blitzing all the time. If I know you're getting ready to sit back in the pocket all day and you don't want to run.
exactly, I totally agree. And but all in all, and I'm happy that he's doing that. Our offensive line, even with 4 or 5
Everybody
missing,
gone. Yeah.
yeah, 4 or 5 missing players. Well, I know Guyton is coming back.
Hmm.
Because he should be. This should be his final week of concussion protocol. So Guyton will be back, but Nate Thomas, I've been telling people about Nate Thomas since when was he drafted? 2020. It's either the 2023 or the 2024 draft. And I kept telling people, watch out for him because this guy is a mauler. Um, and I was hoping for him to be left tackle and put Tyler Guyton in his natural position, which is right tackle.
Mm-hmm.
But because Terrence still is hot and cold with me. But that offensive line, and I don't know how what Flus put in his Wheaties, but I saw some man press coverage, and I'm like, where was this?
Right.
And I said on the other podcast I'm on the post game show, I said for some of these little toxic Cowboy fans that was talking all this mess about Ron Flournoy, I said, I want y'all to run that back and say, Kelly, I see what you was talking about. I apologize. You knew what you was talking about because I said in the 2024 draft that Flournoy was the steal of
Yeah.
the draft.
Yeah. I mean, what he had, like 114 yards. I mean, that's
Yes.
huge, huge, huge.
Yes. And then I also said, thank you to Denver for not extending Javante Williams.
135 yards. Come on, let's go.
I mean,
And it's receiving TD. Come on.
I think he had 108 only in the first
In
half.
the first half, yeah, yeah.
I was like, go ahead, Javante. I
But
mean,
to do all this and missing four starters
yeah.
from the offensive line, I mean, come on,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, I that's impressive.
Very impressive. And then I said that my football of the game, my football, what I said, my game football goes. I had two of them. I had to
Okay,
give one to Shoddy, because he called
um,
a
excellent,
hell of a
hell of a game.
a hell of a game. And then our 2025, I want to say he's in the fifth round. Rookie linebacker Shamar James from
Hmm.
Florida. Uh, he tallied 20 tackles, but I know a couple was called back due to some penalties.
Penalties. Hmm.
But he's leading with 15. 15 was credited, and his tackle efficiency was 95.2%. Um, so I mean, very good. I mean, I was like, where was this defense at? That was Flus. Where was this defense?
I mean, I think how they was able to hold them like on fourth downs, I thought was the fourth. There was a fourth down stand in there somewhere, wasn't it? That
Right.
they had a turnover on downs.
Mm-hmm.
I thought was huge.
And then, and
But most of the pressure in the backfield I thought was big because again, if you have to keep pressure on Justin Fields because Justin Fields is a dual threat quarterback.
oh yeah,
And even what Mr. Brown said, like even this day, yeah, Mr. Brown, dual threat quarterbacks are the new age quarterback in both college and pros. If you're not a dual threat quarterback in either one of those leagues, you're I mean, you're going to be one sided, and it's going to be easy to defend you.
I mean, yeah, yeah, and one thing
Because
I
I'm
want to,
blitzing all day,
yes,
blitzing all day. You don't even know who's coming with the blitz.
yeah, and that's one thing that I've noted, like what I have seen, with this new regime for the Jets, um, they're not doing a lot of blitzing.
Which I'm surprised from Wilkes.
Yeah,
But maybe he doesn't have the person. maybe he doesn't have the personnel to
He
blitz
don't.
like that.
He
Yeah.
don't. So on the other show I'm on Built Different Group, I had my cousin on to give the Jets POV. Big
Okay.
big Jets fan. So he wanted the Jets to lose because his thing is first round pick. They want the first round pick.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think of it that I didn't even think of it that way. Because that's how Lovie Smith got fired from Houston. He won a game at the end of the season instead of losing the game,
Right.
and Houston missed out on getting a first round pick, and that's why they fired him.
Yeah. But then that but then that but you remember that happened with
Mm, the
Miami
guy,
Dolphins.
yes,
And they forfeited all their picks because when they found out that they were tanking the
yeah,
illegally tanking the season, um the owner, he could not even come back into the facilities until
yeah.
like
He was
October.
banned. Yeah, he was banned
Yeah,
from the facility for a while. Yeah, he was
yeah,
suspended. The
yeah,
owner was suspended from his own stadium.
right.
Yes.
And that's when because that's when they got rid of uh Brian
Brian Flores. Is that
Flores.
his name?
Yeah,
Yes.
Flores.
Mm-hmm.
hmm And because he won that game and the team wanted to win for him and
Yes.
everything, but they wanted to tank so they could get the first round pick. I forgot who was coming out that year that they wanted, but yeah. I, and and honestly, I think I know AG, he has some picks, but he still has a lot of players that's left over from the Todd Bowles and Robert
Selah. Selah.
Sala. Yeah, Sala.
Selah. Mm-hmm.
Air.
Okay.
So once those players, because those players will be reaching the end of their contracts, I think he's going to clean house and get the players that he wants. He may keep a few,
Yeah.
but I think he's going to clean house. So some of that roster that is there now won't be there next year for the Jets.
Yeah. I can see
But
that.
that was one of my things when we was talking about with the quarterbacks. Let me go to it. Was with Justin, Justin Fields. Some of the stuff that I wrote in my news and notes was that he is a quarterback that enjoys running the ball, and that was going to be a major problem. Um, but but when he drops back, his eye levels go down, and he will see the rush. Um, and he has already rushed before this game he already rushed 450 9 yards, and he does a lot of play action, um but the down the downside to him is he runs himself into sacks.
Okay.
So, and that's it, if he's holding the ball too long and he's still in the pocket, and then someone will come after him. Um, but their weapons, I was like, what was going on with? I was expecting a little bit more out of Garrett Wilson,
Yeah.
and Brees Hall. I knew that they were going to try to uh test our defensive line with some of the deficiencies we do have as far as secondary. But
Mm-hmm.
the secondary, they held their own a little bit. But there was one defining moment on our defense, and if it would happen, that would have just changed the game. If that ball, when Justin Fields threw that ball, and who was it, Dante Fowler or Sam Williams batted the
Batted
ball.
it down. Right, like right back in his face.
Yes,
One.
that one, and then it hit the sky cam. Had that ball went back the way it was, Kenny Clark would have caught that ball because he was wide open and would have ran it into a pick six. I was like, oh, that was a missed opportunity. If that ball did not hit the sky can. I was like, oh, I said, then we would have definitely had like 40 something points on the board. And my thing is, everyone said, but it's the Jets, they already lost 4 games and stuff, but I'm like, don't bank on that.
You still couldn't bank on you still couldn't bank on that. You couldn't. You still got to play each team like they're one of the best teams in
right.
in the league. I mean, I just think it goes back to any given Sunday. I think anybody can be beat on any given Sunday.
Yes, I agree.
Anybody. I don't care who it is. I mean, it was a bunch of teams that, I mean, there's no more undefeated teams.
No. I think who was the last undefeated to go out? Was it the Bills?
Was it the Bills?
I think it was the Bills.
maybe the Bills.
Yeah, I think it was the Bills. And
I thought it was somebody else too.
I know. I remember it being the Eagles and the Bills. I'm trying to remember which one was the last. It was one of them
Eagles. Yeah, so the Eagles were still undefeated, and I think
the Bills played Thursday. Then they played Sunday night. So they were the last team.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
and the Eagles.
Yeah. So the Eagles went out and then the Bills went out that Sunday night. But I was telling
there's no more undefeated teams. So
right. And I said we don't control who we play. Like we don't control who we play, but we control how we plan for who we playing. But what I've been doing is I've been giving like themes of for the games and everything. So I called this one I said, welcome to the Nothing Beats a 2019 Deja Vu Jet 2 Holiday Tour.
I love it.
Because in 2019, we went to MetLife Stadium to play a 0-5 or 0-6 New York Jets team.
and lost.
And we gave them their first win.
Yeah. So this could have been a possibility of being a deja vu moment.
Right. And we haven't beaten the Jets at MetLife Stadium since 2003.
What?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I did not know that.
Yeah. And my main concern, like when I was on the other podcast, we was talking about MetLife Stadium turf. Because that turf is horrific. We've had so many injuries. I mean, just throughout the league. So, one of the Cowboys media personalities that I know, she posted on her Instagram of her testing out the field as soon as she got there before the team went on for the warm-ups. Because I was like, what's going on with this field? I mean, I've known that there have, a lot of teams have inquired about, investigations concerning that field and everything because of MetLife Stadium has taken a lot of players out. But that didn't let
the Giants play there too?
Mm-hmm.
But their turf is different than what the Giants play on. Or
no,
it's the same and they just change out the end zone.
Yeah.
And the logo in the middle.
Yeah. Same turf and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
You got two teams playing there. Y'all should do y'all should do better. You got two teams funding one stadium. Come on now.
yeah, and even I know a lot of the New York Giants players have requested for the field to be changed to like natural grass and everything. But yeah, I mean, but like I said, yeah, that stadium has taken out their players. Malik, I saw a post on Malik
Was that the
Neighbor.
field where neighbors got injured?
Yeah, but it came out. Let me see if I could find it because I remember who posted it. Let me see. So and we're gonna get back to the Cowboys stuff. Is this it? No. Okay, here we go. So this is from last, I think it was last week when Neighbors got injured. So he suffered a partial torn labrum, turf toe, torn meniscus, and a torn ACL. All this at MetLife.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. But them boys, but my thing is like, even though this is the style of playing that we should be doing,
That we should be playing. Absolutely.
what we should be playing. Um, and I see who it was.
Especially once we get our weapons back. When we get CD back
Right.
and um, what's all as soon as we get them back. When we get our
So
weapons back and we have the same defense, because I didn't see this when CD and them was playing. I didn't
yeah,
see this.
yeah, and I was expecting for CD to be double team, and that's where Pickens will come in and will be good
Mhm.
at, because all the focus will be
On CD Lamb.
on CD
He'll
Lamb.
always, yes, he'll always attract the double team.
Right. But now with CD Lamb, not CD Lamb, Pickens, and even when I think CD Lamb will be back for this game, um, now the teams that we have coming up will more than likely be planning to double team both.
Yeah.
So,
So that'll open up a tight end and the running game.
yep. And it's gonna be, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lot of moving and shaking because um Jonathan Mingo, he will be added, he will be re-added back to the 53-man roster after being on IR. Then yeah, because his 21-day window was already activated, as well as Kalen Carson's 21-day window um is activated. But Mingo, they put him automatically on IR when the 53-man roster was done. So he had to miss between 4 or 5 games before he could be re-added back to the 53-man roster. And he's just like Ryan Flanoy, another big body receiver that
Hmm.
can block. They're
Yes.
both are blocking receivers. So it's going to be a lot of moving. Um Brevin Spranford, and I like him. That's the other tight end. He's a
Hmm.
big body tight end. But he's already been on the roster. I'm thinking that they may run a 13 personnel where they will have maybe 2 or 3 receivers in the not receivers, tight ends in the backfield, and as well as a running back. Um but this roster is it's going to be a lot of moving and shaking. The only saving grace is Tyler Booker, who's our right guard, the rookie right guard, and Cooper Beebe. they're missing 6 to 8 weeks already.
Okay.
So but like I said, we have a good we have a good offensive line.
I
But
like
that's
our,
going to change
I mean, this game showed me that our depth is good
on offense.
on offense.
On the offense. On offense. And
Our
we
depth is good on the offense. Thank you for correcting me.
I mean our defense still our defense did good, but I mean they're still kind of shaky with me. But a couple of hours ago, the Cowboys did sign defensive back Julius Wood to the practice squad.
Okay.
So I need to see if he's a safety or a cornerback. And I know you heard about Jerry Jones getting fined quarter
The
of a
two
million
hundred fifty thousand dollars for throwing the bird.
for flipping the bird.
Talking about he accident. It was an
He
accident, and
inadvertently.
he meant to do a thumbs up. No, you meant to flip people off.
Yeah, that was
You
intentional.
you you won't have dementia yet.
I'm like, I don't
You
think you could.
accidentally just flipped the bird. You accidentally just flipped the bird.
That look like you
That's
meant
a big difference.
that's like you meant it and
No,
meant it well.
you meant that. You just didn't think that they was gonna catch it, and you was gonna get fined $250,000.
But see, that's why I said the curse of social media. Because if that
And
was
the internet. I mean,
because that I think that would have
people will screenshot so fast
screenshot and video.
and video. Yes,
Because I didn't even know he did that, because that wasn't even shown on like TV.
TV. Yeah.
But as soon as I got home, that video arrived and everything,
Uh huh.
and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be a fine."
$250,000 for throwing a bird. That's what you get.
Man, and I'm glad to see Jaden Blue out there. He got his little first carry in the second quarter. So of course he didn't get no gains on it.
Mm,
But
okay.
with him, he's gonna be like Cavante Turpin. He's gonna be a returner
Okay.
and everything. Um what did Mr. Brown say? Something about the Eagles. Oh yeah. Oh, when we were talking about the undefeated. Um and I forget. I mean, I even forgot Hunter Lemke was still on the team. When I saw, I said, "Oh, Hunter's still Hunter."
Okay. Wait. Okay. Who is our backup quarterback?
We have Joe Milton and Will Greer.
So that was Cooper Rush that is Lamar's backup that lost him that game.
Yeah. And my whole Super Bowl prediction is like going down because I kept saying like,
Yeah, because even Mr. Brown said that he loved to see Dak and Lamar in the Super Bowl.
man,
That would
listen,
be that would be an absolute fantastic Super Bowl.
listen.
That would be
I,
fun to
I'm
watch. That would be
I'm
fun to
just saying,
watch. That would be fun to watch. That would
if
be fun to watch.
if there's a way,
The Ravens they're not even on our schedule. Like I said, I just want to play them one time. That's going to be a good game regardless. Even if we can catch them in the playoffs.
if if we so if the Ravens find a way to win the AFC championships and we find a way to win even with this one tie that we got, if we find
The
a way
NFC.
to get the NFC championship and win that, and Baltimore and the Cowboys will play. Man, and you got two black quarterbacks. Oh,
Listen,
listen, some folks gonna be mad, and they don't
listen.
look like us.
Yeah, that would be a great game.
Yes, Ed, look, Ed Bad Buddy. Oh,
That would be a
listen,
good game. Yeah.
man, I tell you, people gonna be
Yeah, so
mad
we
at.
we feeling you, Mr. Brown. We feeling you, Mr. Brown. We hope they play in the Super Bowl. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah. But they gotta stop. They gotta stop, like you said, losing critical games during the
yeah,
season and during the playoffs. Yeah,
yeah,
they
and
they they,
that's
they gotta be locked in
yeah, and that's where they have to
and
find out.
injury free. Hmm.
Right, and that's where they have to find out what is that thing that can't take them over
That
the
they can't get them
playoff,
over the
that
top.
playoff
Yes,
hump. Because I mean, they granted they do have a good team. They do have a good team, but and I like little Action Jackson, but
yeah, I do too.
they,
But it just
they
seems like to me, other teams are always more prepared for us than we are for other teams when we hit the playoffs.
right. But the thing is, like for our team, we could be predictable at times. People will know what we're doing.
Stevie Wonder can see what we're doing.
Like, hello,
Stevie Wonder can see it, right?
hello.
So I'm hoping that this year with the new system, that Shotty is aware of that and will make sure that we're unpredictable. If when we make I'm gonna say when we make the playoffs.
Yeah, and and you know what I also think, because and it's and I'm so mad that I when I was talking about the other players, but that James Houston, the one that I was like on all the tables jumping and down for, up and down for, like to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he showed his ass on Sunday, just like he did in preseason. And that's
Yeah,
my and I'm like for the last 4 weeks, let's take out the Jets for a minute. For the
yeah.
last 4 weeks, this is what we should have been seeing. We should have been seeing like just rotation. You already got James Houston on the 53-man roster. Granted, we only dressed 46. He should have been one of the 46
46.
to be dressed, as well as Shamar James should have been one of the 46 to be dressed
Mm-hmm.
on game days, because they was handling business. And why do we have to wait until week 5 to play a 0-win team, to bring all these players out that we have seen during the preseason games? Granted, we lost 2 preseason games, but I was loving what I was seeing with the players we had on the during that preseason run.
Okay, so from a coach's perspective, that's when you bring them out. Is when you're playing a team that you're supposed to beat or that you're supposed to blow out, so that you can give them the opportunity to give them those reps. But when you're playing good teams, like the Eagles or
They should have
Green
been
Bay, it's hard bringing in those players at that time because of their inexperience.
James
Even,
Houston
even
run.
though they played in the preseason, the preseason is still you're still going against everybody else's other. You're not really going against everybody's ones 100%, right? And so
I agree. I
so
agree.
that's just kind of my take on that. That's a hard that's a hard perspective, because I can understand that perspective, because we don't clear our bench unless we know we're up 20, 30 points
Right. And
on a
I get
team.
that as far as Shamar James. But James Houston is a 3-time Super Bowl champion
Well, yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. It's not like he's a
from
rookie. He's
Kansas
not a
City.
rookie. Yeah, he's not a
Right.
rookie. I see what you're saying. Yeah, he's not a rookie. We should have saw him earlier. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we wait till week 5.
Yeah. So why were we waiting? Was he injured?
No.
Well, then I don't understand that, because and I when the guys get old, i.e. Russell Wilson or somebody like that, and they start losing a step. I get it, but if you how do you know if you haven't put him out there to see whether or not he still has it?
And the thing is, he left Kansas City and came straight to us. And the thing is, he's not really old. James
I
Houston.
mean, I yeah, I was just saying old as far as
Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying.
he's seasoned. I'm sorry, that
Yeah,
should have been
like
the word. Yeah, yeah. So
and the way you
he's
say
got
old,
experience. He's not
right,
just been on the bench. Yeah,
right.
yeah,
And
yeah.
when you say old, I'm thinking like
Three.
football.
Yeah. Oh, they're
Yeah,
3 years. 3 years in the league is the average age is is 3 years. So if you've
right,
been in the league longer than 3 years, you're considered old,
right. But
even though you still in your late 20s.
right. And but and and one thing I did not like, I don't I don't praise anybody from getting hurt regardless of the teams who they play for or whatnot. But I've noticed when Jack Sanborn, the middle linebacker that came from Chicago Bears with Eberflus this year, he went out the game. I forgot what in the first, was it the first or the second quarter? I have to remember. But anyway, he went. Now he's going to be in concussion protocol, so he's probably not going to be suited
For the
up.
next 2 games.
Yeah, but I noticed when he was out with the concussion and Shamar James came in,
Mm-hmm.
that whole linebacker core changed. They were fast. They were flying all over the place.
Mm.
And it was either James Houston or Shamar James. They were on the left, went all the way to the right, and wrapped themselves around Justin Fields to sack him. You know how long? I mean,
Yeah.
just the time and the length you had to go to start at one side to go to the other to wrap around to get to
Mm-hmm.
Justin Fields. And then Maris Leofow, I know he learned this lesson from that late
From
hit.
that one, yeah, that
Yeah.
late hit, yeah. But
But
but he forced that fumble, didn't he?
yeah, he knocked that ball out. I mean, he punched that ball out. I was like, oh Lord,
Yeah,
don't hit his face, because I saw that punch. I was like, oh, just don't touch him. Touch the ball, don't touch him.
yeah.
But they still let him go out and be the menace that he is. And I was like, yes. I was like,
I mean, I
it
like
was
it.
it was so many turning points in that game. Um, but
But this was week 5?
yeah,
Right, yeah, but that's should and that's where when it should be. Them first 4 games, you're still trying to figure it out.
right.
And it seemed like
And
this
that's the first
game,
quarter. That's
they
the
did
first
a
quarter
good
of the
job. So,
season.
so this game, either they were like, okay, we're gonna see what the Jets got, and if we got this, then we're gonna try some things to see whether or not it works. That's was my perspective of this game. Like once
Right.
they got control of the game, it was like, okay, yeah, I think we got this. We're gonna play some players that we ain't played. We're gonna do some things that we hadn't done to see whether or not it works.
Right.
And that's what it seemed like to me. Cause I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah. And I already knew that
Because we did see a lot of different stuff this
it,
game,
it,
and
it
it was
was
either
a
I don't know if it was different or we just made adjustments better this game
yeah,
based off of what we learned the first 4 games.
right. And I was saying, I think during the first week that when I was looking at the teams and everything, as far as defense, Flus has to tailor um his game plans based on the teams that we're coming up against. And I know leading up to this game, Both Kyrie Williams, well, Kyrie Elam, Trayvon Diggs, and I think Bland even talked to Flus um about playing more man press coverage, because when you look at that whole secondary room, they're strictly man press,
Mm-hmm.
corners and safeties.
And I definitely believe in going towards your strengths.
Right. And but Flus is very
Zone.
deliberate about playing zone, but he knows how to play man.
Mm-hmm.
And the only zone
But
cornerback we really have is Savon Rebel. And he's
right.
still on IR.
But
The
like
third
most
round rookie we
coaches
had
are always gonna kind of go back to their comfort zone on what they're comfortable with. And
with.
so, instead of going with what your personnel is giving you,
Right.
and so I'm not surprised by that.
And I also think he was also looking at the fact, because this is another quarterback that Flus drafted that we were playing against this season. So I'm thinking when Flus saw that, oh, this Jets team is now heavily man press where they used to be zone,
Hmm.
because the Jets are known for playing zone defense regardless of who.
Regardless of who's the offensive coordinator, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
they
defensive
have been
coordinator,
they
yeah.
they have been playing predominantly man this season. That's when he changed. That's what I said, Flus. I feel like I need to be on these meetings with
But I love when coaches make adjustments.
adjustments. Yeah,
God, it drives me crazy when they don't. When they
right.
just, this is our game, this is my game plan, and just stick with what their game plan is. No, you got to make adjustments. Sometimes
You
you and sometimes it might be in the middle of and sometimes you can't wait till halftime to look at it. Sometimes you got to make adjustments immediately.
and this is the first game since playing the Eagles that adjustments on defense has been made,
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
because we didn't do no adjustments for New York. We didn't
Mm-mm.
do no adjustments for Chicago. And like I said, that game just makes me mad all over again. There was no adjustments there. It was no adjustments
Even
with the
I didn't
tie with
I
the
didn't
tie
see any
dye game.
adjustments. Yeah, I didn't see any adjustments even um with the Green Bay game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was no adjustments. But we had adjustments here. And like I said with the Eagles, Flus made adjustments in halftime. And then the second halftime we were granted with because of the weather delay. And that
Hmm.
was a whole nother uh hour in itself as
Hour.
how
Yeah. Yeah. You had plenty of
um,
time. Do the Cowboys need to grab players during the trade deadline period, and if so, in what positions?
my thing uh
I'm just telling you, I love our depth on,
yeah,
especially on offense.
I don't think we need to
Um,
touch offense.
yeah, maybe on defense. I don't know the
But the
corner,
thing is
because you got at the corner, maybe.
but the thing is who
But
so
who?
as much
Yeah,
as
but who? Yeah,
that's the
who?
thing, because even as much as I like Asante Samuels Jr., I think they're not pulling the plug on him for the same reason a lot of teams are not pulling the plug on Stephon Gilmore. Asante Samuels, if I'm not mistaken, I know he had one, but I think he had two neck surgeries.
Mm. Yeah, I'm not familiar.
But I definitely know one. I know he had
Yeah,
one neck surgery. That really could have, you
that
know,
could have been a season of a career
career ending
ending. Yeah, because I
ending.
didn't know that that's what happened to Damian Harris.
Yeah, yeah.
with the Patriots. He
Yeah.
had a career-ending neck injury.
So on Mr. Burns, I don't know who he's going
Yeah, I
to
don't know who.
next Tuesday, because I honestly I have to
Yeah,
look at
that's a great question, though, Mr. Brown. But when is the trade
who
deadline, sis? When is the
November
deadline?
November 4th at
Okay,
4
so we got time.
p.m. Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, okay.
So I
Well,
don't.
we'll revisit that question again next week. We'll do a little bit of research on that and see what.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a great question, though.
because I mean, because we do have, like, now that we're bringing Shamar James into the fold, and we
Mm-hmm.
got Kenny Clark and Jadavian Clowney.
Clowny. Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing a lot of pressures coming from
More
that
pressure.
side, because I was kind of concerned about that, even though I was okay with the whole Micah Parsons trade.
Mm-hmm.
It did leave that thing for like rushing the passer and putting pressures on the quarterback. Um, so I won't say that's
So,
a big
who,
thing. It's probably gonna be linebacker or something in the secondary.
I would like to see another edge rusher,
But the thing is, who?
but I don't know who.
Who? Yeah.
I have no idea who. Yeah, I don't know who. But we need to make sure that that we have depth at the edge rush position.
Right. If anything,
Now that
before,
now that you know now that
yeah,
Micah is gone. Yeah.
right. And
Mhm.
even if we before we even consider adding a player, I would say, if I was the front office, I will get George Pickens signed like now.
Mm.
And he's not going to be a big market
What did we sign
player.
him to 1 year?
Yeah.
Was he on a 1 year contract?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he's still, if I'm not mistaken, he's
On
still on,
his rookie contract with
yeah,
from
with,
the Steelers.
yeah. So they're still, I think they're still, yeah. So he's with us for 1 year. He has the same agent as Michael Parsons. So I'm hoping that's not going to be a whole nother circus
Right.
situation.
Yeah.
He's not going to be a player where he's going to bust a salary cap. Because right now we have 32,171,571 in cap space. And we could actually roll that money over till the next league year, when that starts in March 11th. I want to say March 11th, 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we could literally give him like a 4 year contract with some guarantee money, where he could basically get between 10 to 11 million a year. So like the contract can be anywhere between, with everything included, between 45 to 52 million dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to, it's not going to be like, a CD Lamb type contract where, he's not going to reset the market. Basically, he's not going to
Mm-hmm.
reset the market. So for anything between now and that November 4th deadline, I would get George Pickens done,
Okay.
because
Who else?
he is a solid a
He's been
solid
solid. He's been
wide receiver
solid.
too.
He's been solid. So who else do we have along that same lines as far as this on either um is a unrestricted free agent or that probably needs to be re-signed this season that we could possibly lose?
That kicker, the kicker,
And the kicker, oh, get him re-signed.
I would get both of them
I
resigned.
would get both of them signed ASAP, especially the kicker. He's clutch.
And I'm like
I mean,
this,
he's the best in the league. I mean, I don't know what else. What else is there to say?
I'm like right now. I'm like, give him what he wants.
Give him whatever he
Or
wants.
if he wants his own office at the Star,
Give
give it
him
to him.
his own. Give it to him. Whatever he wants, give it to him.
If he wants the pen, that good pen that's on Jerry Jones' desk,
Come on,
give it to him.
that part. Yeah, whatever that man wants, give it to him.
Give it to him.
Yeah, he's earned everything that he's definitely earned his keep
Yeah. So
and
I
then
hope
some.
so I
Okay,
hope that helps, Mr. Brown.
okay.
Because as far as play, I don't know, but I know what can be done before November 4th.
Yeah, it's
If
getting
we're talking about extensions.
yeah, making sure
And
pick and
and they're not going to mess up this year, what we have this year's and next year's salary cap.
yeah,
And plus, not to mention, Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb have
restructured their contracts.
restructuring clauses built into their contract,
Okay,
which helps a lot.
gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All righty then.
Yeah, I have, but when it comes to other plays, yeah, let's table that
Let's table that one, Mr. Brown. We're
for
gonna come
next
back on. Yeah, we're gonna
next
follow up with
Tuesday,
that one. Remind us.
because I know they
Okay.
have, yeah, because I know they do have, I know there are free agents, but I want to see. Okay, I know that free agent, but why is he not signed to a team, like as far like injury wise,
Yeah.
is he costing too much,
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing is, do they fit the scheme of
Yeah.
what
But what this system is. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Okay, cool. Well, who we got this Sunday?
We have the Kitty Cats of North Carolina. Of the Carolina.
Oh, I'm supposed to be going to. I'm supposed to be going. I don't know if I'm gonna make it because I'm tired. I'm gonna have to send you. Oh, you said you can't go, can you, to
Mm,
Columbus, right?
no,
Listen, when I tell you they got a silver and blue ball, a sneaker ball, they got a boots on the ground party. They
there's
got
a
a before after all that's going on Saturday.
there's a pink out party.
Yeah, it's
Because when I
so many
go,
things going on in Columbus this weekend. I'm trying to go.
yeah, the last time I was in Charlotte was in 2023 for when we played them. And when I say we took over Queen City,
I was there too. That's crazy. I
wait a
was
minute,
at that
you was
game.
there? Oh,
I was sitting in. We sat in the end on the end zone side.
he's not. He's doing a lot of work with the Rams. They ain't gonna. Yeah, I think he's on the Rams payroll doing something.
Yeah, I was
And
there.
and,
Yeah, we were
and
at that game because our son played. We had played South Carolina the day before, and so we went to that. We went to that game. But yeah,
wow.
there was more. There were more Cowboys fans there than it was Panthers.
Yeah, it was. I
Yeah,
mean, it was
it
another
was.
home game for us.
It looked like it was a home game.
Yeah. But look, speaking of like home game, did you see MetLife Stadium? It
Mm-mm.
was
It was blue.
empty.
Oh, it
It
was
it
empty.
it was empty because the Jets left out before halftime. Somewhere in the second quarter, they left
Oh,
out.
they were gone. Oh wow.
Hmm.
Oh wow. Jerry should offer Aaron Donald a mammoth contract to come out of retirement.
Then you really want to bust. No, see, here's the thing. When people say a mammoth contract, like I said, right now we have a lot of draft capital, and we have trade. Okay, and we have trade equity. And what people fail to realize is when it's time to draft, each team has to enter a draft with a minimum between 13 to 15 million dollars. Aside of that, and that's coming out of your salary cap. Along with that, you still have to pay whatever players that you have on who's up for free agency that you want to keep. Then you still have to pay whatever dead money we have that is attached to that salary cap. So when people think massive contracts and all this other stuff, we're not going to have anything. That's why we couldn't get Derrick Henry as much it pained a lot of people to get, because by the time it was to sign him,
Ooh, I couldn't see paying CD, Dak, and Derrick Henry.
the thing, but see, and this the thing with when it was time for, because this was the all in year of 2024, we only had less than $8 million in salary cap. So we had to restructure Zach Martin's contract and some other players' contracts so we could have some money to go into the draft.
Okay.
We didn't get any extra money until the post June 1 date. And still with that post June 1 date, guess who we still had on the books? Ezekiel Elliott.
Mm.
So we still owed him $6 million. That's why Jerry Jones and some people in the front office was like, well, hell, we're paying them now. We might as well bring them back to the team and get our
Right.
money's worth.
Right.
But then again, we had a head coach at the time that likes to abandon the run. He did not like to run the football. So we basically didn't utilize Ezekiel Elliott what he's good for. So let's say if we did have the money to pay for Derrick Henry, he would not be producing the way he is now with Baltimore if we had signed him, because he will be bench riding. So now we ain't trying to bust a salary cap right now. We,
Yeah.
we we need we need to keep our coins.
Gotcha. Okay. And we got the Panthers this weekend. They
Rico
played.
Dottle. We
They
gonna be
played
seeing
good.
Rico
They played
Dottle.
good this weekend. Who they beat this past weekend? That was a good
Oh
win.
God, who did they play? And
They upset somebody.
I do miss Rico Dowdle when we had him, and his family is nice. Who did they play?
Oh, um, Arizona.
Where's
Who beat Arizona?
Panthers? Why they not showing? No, Arizona played Tennessee.
That's right. The Titans
They played,
upset them.
yeah, they played the Dolphins.
They played the Dolphins. Yeah, because I
Hmm.
know both of those were upset games. So allegedly upset games. Yeah.
Yeah, but Rico was running the ball. And that's enough. Like, I wonder who else, because Chubb is out. Is it Chubb? Hub. Oh, who's the other running back? Because he was out.
Girl, I don't know nothing
Because he
about the
just
Panthers.
coming. Because he's just coming back this season from being injured.
Oh, okay.
Um. Oh, Chuba Hubbard. So he was ruled out for this game, but I don't know what other running back they have, but Rico was Ricoing. And like I said, I mean, I'm glad he's back
Well, I
home. He's
know.
from North Carolina, but we didn't use him properly.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, we got the kitty cats. And they got the wide receiver that I wanted us to draft, Teteroa McMillan.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they still have JC Horn, that cornerback JC Horn, and I think he's going to be just like Sauce Gardner with us. Um, if CeeDee Lamb is activated for this game, um, Horn is going to he's going to travel with Pickens.
Mm.
And if Lamb is back with us, then Horn is more than likely going to travel with Lamb.
Okay.
So let me see. Let me look at their roster. Because I need to start preparing my news and notes for
For the Panthers. Well, I know the center and the guard both went on IR this past season, this past game.
mm-hmm.
So they lost two starting linemen like we had this past weekend. But I thought that uh what's his name, Bryce? I thought
Bryce Young.
I thought Bryce looked good.
Yeah,
This
he
this
looked
is, this
good.
is the best that I've seen him play
Yeah.
because he had got benched last year.
Yeah. Yeah. He got benched a few games last year. But there I can't. What he say? What's up, y'all? Great show. How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, how about them? I'm like, where was
All
this
right,
team
on Birmingham.
for the last 4 weeks? But as far as so let's say with our defense, um, they they gotta do something with Jimmy Horn Jr. And if I'm gonna see if they are they gonna do. I'm think from some of the tapes I've seen with Jimmy Horn when he was with Colorado,
Hmm.
um, a lot of the secondary teams they played a lot of man press with Jimmy Horn. Um, I need to see as far as with their defense, are they a zone team or a man press team for their
Gotcha.
secondary. So if they're
I just know that their depth isn't as good as ours, and they got a lot of people on that are injured. I can't wait to see your injury report because their injury report is going to look like how ours did this past weekend.
right, let me
But
see.
their depth isn't like ours.
Right, and honestly, that's how the Jets was, and they could have we're both we were still in the same position with the Jets, like we're going to be in the same position with the Panthers. Enrico Dotto already put the warning out there to tell our defense to buckle up
What he do that for?
because we still have basically the same defense we had when he was with the team
When he
last.
was with the team last year? Yeah.
Yeah. So, and plus everyone knows the deficiency of our defense this year. Because technically when you look at it, we really don't have no film or no tape on our defense, which is an advantage to the other team because they know, okay, they got Kenny Clark who knows how to stop the run and all this other stuff, but we're going to throw the rock because we know their secondary is garbage.
Right.
So, if anything, I could see Carolina running the ball because they're probably going to be thinking, oh, our
I
running backs, They're going to burn our secondary. See, that's how they're going to
I think
burn
it's
our
gonna be.
secondary.
I think it's gonna be a shootout.
Yeah, I think it's going to honestly.
And our secondary need to be ready for a wetsuit.
Yeah, and honestly, I think this game is going to go. Like, I haven't done my score prediction yet, but I do know it's going to come down to like a field goal.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a blowout.
Yeah. But one thing I do know, like they still got it. Their running back, Trevor Etienne, who I like.
Hmm.
Um, of course, we talked about J.C. Horn. Um, there was someone else on that team. Of course, I talked about Tedero McMillan. Um,
Well,
they
like I
have
said, I think with the guard and center being out, I'm blitzing the A gaps.
yeah, I agree.
I'm blitzing A gaps all game
I agree.
because their depth is not going to be like ours. I don't think that the depth of their offensive line is going to show up like how our offensive line showed up this past weekend.
Right. So I'm looking at their practice report for last week when they played Miami. Chuba Hubbard, he was out. Jatavian Sanders was out. That's the tight end. Their defensive tackle, Treshawn Wharton, was out. Their cornerback, Chase Smith Wade, was out. Um, the ones that were questionable is DJ Wanham and Cam Jackson. I didn't know if they were game time decisions and they decided to activate them.
Hmm.
Um, but everybody else was full practice. Their defensive end, LeBron Ray, Tedero McMillan, their center, Cade Mays, Xavier Legit, their wide receiver, uh, Patrick Jones the second, their outside linebacker, and their tackle. Well, he had a non-injury related. So Wednesday was his rest day.
Hmm.
Taylor Moton. So he was okay. But we'll see if some of these players, I'm gonna screenshot this because I know the practice reports comes out tomorrow after everybody's practice. So I'm gonna screenshot this and see how many of these is going to drop off for this week's. But I'll post them in the group.
Okay. Well, I know something else. Even with the Panthers, I think their run defense is suspect. I think we'll have it's going to be hard to. I think our run game is going to be on point as well as our passing game.
Yeah,
It's going to be hard to stop us because again, their run defense is suspect.
yeah. Which means we have to run the ball.
We have to run the ball. Yeah.
And speaking of which, you know what? I just thought of something. I don't want us to keep. I mean, as much as I love Javonte Williams, I don't want us to keep. I don't want us to run him in the ground like we did with Zeke.
Hmm.
I'm hoping for Phil Maffa
To
to
come
come
in.
back because that's another a bulldozing
Yeah.
running somebody.
Okay.
Um, because I don't know if Miles Austin, Miles Sanders will be back. All these
I
Mileses.
miss Miles Austin.
I Yeah. I missed him. I miss him too, but I missed the pre Kim Kardashian Miles Austin.
Yeah,
I missed that one. But
I agree.
but we, I mean, I know we got Hunter Lemke, but he's our fullback. I
Yeah,
like
a lot of people don't use fullbacks anymore.
mm-mm. No. But I am hoping that Cavante Turpin will be back this week.
Golly, with Turpin out, with CD out. Oh my goodness! Like we didn't have no. I don't know how we had any speed on the field.
Right. And then like with the Green Bay game, I
Yeah.
noticed like when Miles Sanders went out, the only ones that was in the backfield was Javante Williams and Cavante Turpin, and then he got hurt.
And then,
And then it was just only Javante
Vontae.
Williams running.
Yeah.
And the
And
thing
then
is
that's
like
how you get hurt when you don't get a job, when you're just getting ran into the ground when you're the only one that's available to run.
right. And honestly, because like we technically had the game in the bag in the third quarter. We could have rested
Yeah.
Javante Williams. And my thing is like to keep him fresh, especially in December, because December ain't the best for us little cowboy nation people.
It's
So
cold.
and we don't, and not only cold, but sometimes we have taken a couple of L's in
Yeah.
the month of December.
Yeah. I just think
Um
we're exhausted in December. I just
right.
think we're wore out and we just don't get enough rest.
Right. And that's why like we need to rest him, especially for those later games and everything. So I'm hoping Phil Maffa will be back. And because we don't know what the deal is with Miles Sanders. Like, are they going to bring um Malik Davis back? I thought I was
Is Malik
already.
Davis on the IR or is he on the practice squad?
He's practice squad. Let me pull it up right now. Hold on. So when it comes, well, I mean, we do have Jaden Blue. Um, we got to use him. Um, give him some burn time. Uh, they got Hunter Lipke signed in as a fullback and running back.
Hmm.
Uh, we don't know how long Miles Sanders is going to be sitting out. Um, DeMarvion Overshown, which is Demo, he will be activated for Thanksgiving, but that doesn't necessarily mean he'll be ready to go um in November. I mean for Thanksgiving. So we might
Yeah.
see
My
we
uncle,
might see
I
him
got
that
some of
December
my
4th
family
game.
members are going to that game. And ooh, I was like, ooh, and y'all didn't call me and tell me y'all was going. Yeah, my uncle and my couple of my cousins are going to that game.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind going to like a Thanksgiving game, but I like Thanksgiving food. So I was like, I don't know if I could do that. But yeah, I'm looking at Malik Davis. Yeah, he's on the practice squad. And we cut Kaman Hall. I wish we could get Kaman Hall back. He's still on the waiver wire.
Hmm.
And I'm glad we got Isaiah Land back.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Well, not only because he HBCU, but when we got him and Marquise Bell were the top draft prospects of um I'm trying to find the years he's been in because they came out the same. So 2023, um, we were able to get both of them, but Land ended up on the practice squad, and as soon as he cleared waiver wires, Indianapolis got him. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I'm trying to think when we got him, was he a cornerback? But I know they got him listed as a linebacker. But I'm trying to think, was he already a linebacker? Because that's how quick it was.
Right. And then they
But
switched his position when he got there.
yeah. So when he went undrafted, was he a cornerback? And then they moved him to linebacker, or was he already a linebacker? But I remember watching Isaiah Land and Marquise Bell when they were with Florida A&M, and I actually went to a Howard game when Florida A&M played them.
Okay.
So I was like, good, I get to see both of them in action. Man, they was slinging them little Howard Bisons all over the place. I mean,
Oh,
Howard has a good team, but
yeah.
and I was like, dang, because I do miss Florida A&M being in the MEAC, but now they're in their rightful conference with the SWAC.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, Isaiah Land and Marquise Bell
Yeah.
was
I have a friend that's the running back coach at Jackson State, and I had him on um my podcast after they won the championship game. And
mm-hmm,
I've been meaning to get the head coach on here, and I forgot to follow back up on it because I keep booking people. But I'm gonna try to get him on maybe next year
yeah,
after the season. I like getting people like that on. I don't like messing with people during their season, but I'm gonna
season,
try to. Yeah, I'll try to see if I can get him in
yeah,
because he did some great things to win that, especially after being. I'm not gonna say in the shadow of Deion Sanders, but when Dion had all of um, the press and the attention to be able to come in and do what he didn't do, and that was to win it all, was amazing.
yeah. But I mean,
Okay. All
it's
right. So, but we're predicting the Cowboys to win it this week.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna be
That's gonna put us at 3-2.
3, 2, 1.
3-2 and 3-2 and 1.
Oh my god!
Oh my
So
God.
I know you probably saw that playoff picture that I posted,
Yes. I said,
and I'm
oh,
like, how did Green Bay slip in and not us, and we tied with them?
and we tied. Yeah.
But it has to. It's a point difference. So I have to look at
Yeah.
to see how far off we are. But I was like, this is what I mean. Like
That's
if
what I'm talking
we
about. That tie. That's
yeah,
why we got to figure out how to get rid of. There should be no ties in the NFL.
I'm like,
I'm
flip a coin,
sorry. It
flip a
it, it
coin.
needs to be. You flip a coin. Y'all better figure that out. That's why I like the the um the rules with the college, so
Right.
that it doesn't end up in a tie.
Right. Whoever could kick the longest field
Whoever
goal
can
win.
kick the longest field goal, or like you said,
But see, they're
everybody has
not
a,
gonna do
you
that.
know,
They're
everybody
not
has
gonna
a
do that.
2 point conversion. You got a 2 point conversion on the 20 or the 10 or whatever like that, and see who can convert and if you don't convert, I mean, I like that.
Yeah.
What are they on the 20 20? I have to ask Cisco if it's 20 or the 25
I,
or the 10, or I can't forgot what it was, but everybody's is basically going for a 2 point conversion.
Yeah. And I know they're not going to do, like, as I say, who could kick the longest field goal. They're not going to do that
They're not going to do that
because they know who we have.
Dallas Cowboys will always have an edge in that.
Right. Because if you let it, man, Aubrey would probably kick a 70 or
Let's go, Aubrey.
75
Let's
with
go,
with
Aubrey.
with no problem.
With
But yeah,
no
it will
problem.
probably be whoever can convert like a 2 point conversion.
Mm-hmm.
But but yeah, when I saw that, I was like, if the season were to end today, that's high.
It's going to hurt us.
It's going to hurt us.
Yes.
So what I need for Philly to do some them little Eagles, I need for them to lose a couple of games.
We didn't even talk about that. Like, what about us winning
We need
and
to
the
win
Eagles
everything.
and the Giants losing?
Right.
And what
We
did the
need
Commanders do?
they won. They
The
came
Commanders won, right?
they
They
came
came back
back.
from behind, didn't they?
Yeah, they had to come to Jesus moment
Yeah.
for that second half, and they came back. And I oh gosh, I feel my heart hurts for Amari and Hampton because that was another running back that I wouldn't mind us getting in this year's draft.
Mm-hmm.
But he was placed on IR yesterday. So he's going to miss I think 4 weeks.
Okay.
For that ankle injury. Was it an ankle or knee? It was one of.
One of them.
Um, but yeah, I'm gonna need for them to lose a couple of games. I need for us to win
I
all our
need
games,
all of them to lose a couple more games.
and I need for us to win all of our games. Um, where that tie wouldn't mean nothing to us.
Right. That part. Where
Um,
it's so to make it insignificant. Yes.
right. And like I watched last night's game. I don't know what's going on with Kansas City Chiefs or the former Dallas Texans. Um we may have a shot to win Thanksgiving, but everybody bring out all the bells and whistles when they play us. So
When it's time to play, yeah. Oh yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
and just like I say with the Raiders. Oh, speaking, did you see that game when they played Indianapolis?
Oh, no, I didn't see that one.
Oh, that game. Little, what's his name? Anthony Richardson. The corner, he deflected his own ball and ended up catching it and gaining 9 yards. Um, but I think that score was like 44, if I'm not mistaken, 44 to I forgot what the Raiders got, but that was a good game. But yeah, we play the Raiders, and even though the Raiders is like in a slump hill with a lot of us,
Mm-hmm.
um, but they might
Oh, I mean that just reminded me too. I gotta give a shout out to the Broncos for beating the Eagles because
Eagles.
that was my our nephew. We call him our nephew. Um, Devin Key that batted down the ball at the end of the game to help win them the game. And my husband coached Devin in high school.
Oh wow.
And we're bringing actually we already had his parents booked for the show for tomorrow before that had happened. Like we had
Mm-hmm.
already had talked to them about coming on the show, and then he ends up, making this great play at the end of the game to beat the Eagles. So that was so we're excited about tomorrow. Yeah.
That's good.
So,
But
and his younger brother was at Kentucky. He's a wide receiver, and he'll be a draft pick this year at the end of the season, or next year, whatever, when the draft is. And he's presently at Nebraska because I was thinking about going to that game this weekend because
uh-huh.
they play in Nebraska plays at Maryland
That's
Saturday.
this Saturday.
Uh-huh.
What's going on this
But I'm
Saturday?
supposed to be,
It's
but I'm supposed to be in Columbus, right? And so I don't know, but guess where I'm probably gonna be right here on in this bed because
hey,
these last
listen.
2 weekends. Listen, we was in South Carolina last weekend. We was in Atlanta this past weekend, and your girl is tired. I got a game tomorrow, and your girl is tired.
I listen.
So as much
I'm
as
trying to,
I be wanting to go do what I want to go do. I'm getting too old to do it because
I
your
feel you.
girl is tired. Your girl is tired. That plantation be wearing me out.
I feel you. But I wouldn't mind going to that game. Um, because College Park is literally if it's no game, let's do this. If it's no game, College Park is like 25 minutes from where I
Oh,
live.
that ain't nothing.
No, but game day that 25 can
It's that
stretch.
2 minutes.
When,
That 25 minutes turns into 2 hours.
yeah, when you get to what is that exit is it exit 27, whatever that exit is for Greenbelt and College Park,
Uh-huh.
it's a standstill. So you got College Park traffic, and then you also have the IKEA store traffic because it's the same exit.
Mm-hmm.
So it will so you'll be in a standstill. But not it's two funerals. It's no way for me to go to Richmond on Saturday for my sorority sisters funeral. Her and I been real close.
Oh yeah, I forgot you said you had a funeral. My
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
And and we so I'm a stream her service, but then one of my church brothers he died last Monday. Um and his wife and I are real close. So that funeral is also Saturday. And
Mm.
then
I'm sorry for your
yeah,
losses.
and then last Tuesday, one of the deacons of my church who I've known since I was a kid, he died. So it's like deaths, deaths, deaths,
Mm.
deaths, deaths. And his funeral is coming up Thursday. But yeah, if none of that was going on, I wouldn't mind going up to College Park to see. I'm trying to support a PWI, but I don't know. I just don't have it in me. But they have a black coach. They got a
Well,
black quarterback.
I love Loxley. I respect Loxley. The reason why I like him is because I am a member of the National Coalition of Minority Football Coaches, and
Mm-hmm.
he is the kind of like the founder or executive director, something like that, over that. And and I love what they do. And matter of fact, they're doing a conference. We have our conference in matter of fact, it's Valentine's Day weekend in DC.
This
Um,
this this coming up year.
mhm.
Oh, keep me
Because
posted.
the last 2 years they had it in Vegas, but this year it's in DC, and I'm gonna try to make it this year. Because
Keep me
I'm not a
posted.
Vegas person, but I think I might try to do the DC one though.
Definitely keep me posted
Yeah,
if you
but it's
in
Yeah, it's
my neck
Valentine's
of
Day.
the woods.
Yeah, Valentine's Day weekend is the the Minority Football Coalition their annual conference.
And how much is the conference normally?
Girl, don't get me lying. Like about 150, 125, I think.
Okay.
But I think it might be a different cost if you're a member. But I'll let you know. I'll give you the information.
Yeah, because one thing I know I want to do in February, if I could pull it off, I would love to go to the NFL Combine.
I would love to go to that too. My girl James said of Cleveland, I think, goes to that. And I think I have another friend of mine, Kiva, I think goes to no, Kiva goes to the draft
Yeah,
every year. But it's either
And
the combine
the
or
combine is free.
the yeah, and the combine's free. Yeah.
It's free. All you gotta do is just register. Put the NFL One Pass app on your phone,
Uh-huh.
and just register for your you can do your draft and your combine admissions on there.
Really? On the
And then
internet.
they'll send you like a ticket once you sign for how many days you're gonna be there. You'll get your like your ticket, and you can add it to your wallet, your phone wallet. And of course, you have to go by the same rule, the what is it, your the clear bag policy, all that
Yeah.
other stuff. And they set the combine up just like they do the draft. They have like all the interactive stuff, and then you see the big helmet statues and everything that you can take pictures with. They bring they don't bring a lot, but they bring like a small percentage of the Hall of Fame memorabilia, and set up
Mm-hmm.
like a little mini Hall of Fame
Okay.
exhibit. So they do it up for the combine, and this
Where's the
this
combine at this year?
is always in Indianapolis. They
Okay, it's the draft that's starting that changes every
that is
year.
moving. Yeah.
Okay, got
So
you.
next year's draft is in
But the
Pittsburgh.
combine's at Lucas Oil every year.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep, they
And that's
signed.
easy because that's 3 hours.
Yeah, they signed another big contract with
So NFL One Pass is only on the app. There's no
yeah,
website.
yeah.
There's a website as well.
No, it's an app. I'm about
It's
to text
only on
it
the
to you
app.
right now.
Okay.
Share
Yeah.
app.
Yeah, because I need to start getting all my calendar together for next year already.
All
And
right,
then
I
of course,
text it to you
not this year, but 2027, I hope to be at the draft with my son.
for 2020.
7.
Oh, that draft is here in DC.
2027 is in DC.
And guess who? And guess who was one of the volunteer people to make sure it gets back here?
Well, you congratulations. Yeah,
Because it was no way. It like, I mean, take out a. I'm not real. Uh, the mayor is not my favorite person, but I know people that sits on a lot of her advisory council. So the last time I saw her, when Detroit had the draft in 2023. No, hold on. Last year was Green Bay.
mm-hmm.
That was no, this year was Green Bay. 2025, right?
2025 was Green Bay.
2024, Detroit.
Was Detroit? Yeah.
We came in second. How in the world did we lose to Detroit?
But Detroit has done a you know what?
I know that.
When we went to a Detroit game, they've totally just redone downtown, and
Yeah,
it's a great atmosphere. Now don't go past that now.
yeah.
It's still ratchet, but the
I like
real
where that.
immediate area downtown going into Ford's Field is
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah,
It's
but
nice.
I appreciate a little bit of the ratchetivity. I'm from Southeast DC. Southeast DC got some of its parts too. And other parts of Southeast, uh, like Capitol Hill part. So when people say, DC is this because Southeast, what part of Southeast DC you talking about? Because where I grew up on Capitol Hill Southeast. Now, were there some sketchy parts of Capitol Hill Southeast? Yeah, but I like a little bit of the activity that goes on. I feel like that's where you get some of the best, like the best food.
Right. Gotcha.
But
All
yeah,
right,
so
all right, girl. Well, we'll
yeah,
wrap this up because I got to get up. I got a game tomorrow. We couldn't practice today because it was raining. It was like I think we have like a flood watch and all type of stuff here in Kentucky. I think we're okay here because my uncle called me to check on me. But so if you listen to the news and it talks about Kentucky, I'm fine here in Lexington.
yeah.
Mm. But yeah, I got to
So
get
what
up
is
and go
your
to.
score? What is your score for the game?
I have no idea. No idea. Like no clue whatsoever. I don't even know like what's the over and under.
I don't even think that came out yet.
Has it came out yet? Yeah, I have no idea you know to see. I would like to see what the point spread is that Vegas has. It's probably going to be dead on whatever they
Yeah,
got. Yeah, I
yeah,
think they're gonna. I think they're gonna get it right.
yeah. I'm jumping between like 27, 24,
No, I think we're gonna.
24,
I
20,
think we're gonna.
24,
I think we're
21.
gonna score 34 plus points. I think it's gonna be a high score for us.
Yeah.
30,
I hope
30.
because
I
I
hope
literally,
so. Anyway, we need it.
yeah, I literally had us under for the Jets because I was looking at
We know what.
deficient. Yeah, I was looking at deficiencies on both ends.
Yes, absolutely.
For
Yes,
both teams.
especially
So
with us having so many people that was missing,
right,
and
and
almost the whole starting offensive line.
right,
You know,
and the Jets.
I didn't expect it to be the way it did. I
Right,
honestly I didn't.
and the only thing that like the Jets had was like Quinnen Williams, Will McDonald, Sauce Gardner, Brees Hall, and
Hmm.
Garrett Garrett Wilson. They
Hmm.
basically didn't have anybody either, but still, you know, they were like a cage. They were like an enraged, caged animal that wants to get a win for their coach.
Absolutely.
So, you know, but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Well, I'm looking forward to meeting back next Tuesday,
Next
guys. At
Tuesday.
Tuesday, I want to thank
And
the
get
Lecture
well,
African Americans.
Tiffany. Get well,
Oh,
Tiffany.
I gotta shout out my girl Tiffany and make sure that she gets well. So we were missing our third party, Tiffany Roderick, who is having oral surgery, and so she didn't want to be on camera with her or be able to talk. She might not even be able to talk. She was having
Talk.
oral surgery, so we'll be missing her this week and next week, and then we'll look forward to her coming back in 3 weeks. But next week we'll see y'all back. I want to thank you to Alexa African American Sports Hall of Fame for sponsoring Hits and Heels on a regular basis. We will see y'all tomorrow night at 9 o'clock as we host Dante and Nicole Key, who has a son in the NFL and a son that's going to be an NFL prospect coming out this year, and the blueprint. So if you are the parent of a child that is aspiring to go to the next level, whether it's college or the pros, this is going to be the conversation to be on tomorrow.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna let my sorority sister know. I was telling her son plays linebacker for Syracuse.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I
So
forgot.
they kind of got the blueprint. They're getting ready to have two sons in the NFL. There's no doubt in my mind that my nephew is going to get there. Like I said, I should be going to Nebraska. He'll be plays for Nebraska, and he'll be playing at Maryland this weekend. So um,
Yeah. And
shout out
it's
to
when you were saying that, yeah, but shout out to the Thomas brothers. Wanye Thomas, that's my little cupcake buddy. He's our safety, and his brother Azure Thomas plays cornerback for the Jets. So their mom had
she had a split
a
jersey
split
on.
jersey with both of their stuff, and both of the brothers
Do
had
they wear the same number?
no, Wanye is 2, and
Because I
Azure
saw that because didn't there was a picture where they both exchanged jerseys, each
jersey.
other's jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, Azure is number, hold on, they posted a picture of it.
Yeah,
23.
yeah.
So uh,
Yeah,
uh
I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah,
Shout out
and,
to
and the
the parents
shirt,
that have multiple kids in the NFL.
yeah.
Y'all are doing the daggone thing.
Yeah, and this was the first time in a while that we've had like a set of brothers that played in the league. I know Zach Martin and his brother.
Yeah,
I think his brother is still in the league,
and then the
but
Bosa's still got brothers in the league, right?
yeah, but I'm talking as far as like that's within like Cowboys.
Oh, gotcha.
And
Okay,
then we had two brothers on our team. We had Rod Smith and Jalen Smith
okay.
for a few years. So the so as far as like uh, uh we have one brother and the other team has another brother. This is the
Hmm.
first set of brothers I want to say since the Martins, if
Okay,
I'm not mistaken.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's a great story.
Yeah.
That's
So
a
shout
great
out to
story.
the Thomas brothers.
Shout out to the Thomas brothers. Yep. So shout out to the Keys. We'll have them on tomorrow. And then it was somebody. Oh, I know what I want to tell you. So here's another nice trivia about Justin Fields. So his sister played D1 softball
I
at
remember. Okay.
Georgia. His baby sister now is at Michigan playing basketball. So they had three kids that were all three
Mm,
D1 players in different sports. I thought that's cold
wow.
blooded.
And that's almost how like and that's almost like Ezekiel Elliott. He well, he's the only boy.
Hmm.
One sister, I think both of the sisters played sports at Ohio. I think one is still there. God, I forgot what she plays, but the other one she graduated and she's in law school now.
Okay.
So she's trying to
Hmm.
she's gonna be her brother's attorney. I'm like, that's not
So, and that is
keep
so
it
cute
all in the
because
family.
so the older sister, the one that graduated from Georgia, is a broadcaster. How about she got a job in New York and she was able to interview her brother at New York?
Wow.
Like I thought, like it almost bring you to tears because you're like, oh wow. So they both live in New York.
Right. And I just thought of something because I just saw I'm on Instagram too. Shout out to Ashley Nicole Moss. She's a Cowboys fan. She's from New York. And I did see a little bit of her on Good Morning America, and then I just not Good Morning America, Good Morning Football, and I just saw something flip up on Instagram that reminded me. You remember the show 106 in Park?
Yes.
They're bringing it back. I know they're bringing back 106 in Park, but they're also doing something called 106 in Sports. It's coming on next Wednesday, the 15th, 10 p.m. our time. I don't know. I'm hoping to be up at that time, but I'm definitely going
I'm not getting ready yet.
to. I'm going to, but I
And if
am
it's
going to
on
record it.
Wednesday, I'm still on my podcast at 10
Right.
o'clock. Yeah.
So just hit the recorder
I'm gonna have to record
on
it
it.
and try to
Yeah.
figure out
So
figure out when I'm
yeah,
gonna be able to watch it because I don't recorded so much stuff and I don't never get a chance to go back and watch it. It ain't even
watch
funny.
it. Yeah, so she's gonna be on there, and also Cam Newton is going to be her co-host.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm a support Ashley Nicole Moss because and she's a daughter of an NFL player. I'm trying to think is that's Randy Moss'
Is
daughter?
that Randy Moss's daughter?
That's what I'm thinking because I don't know a lot of Mosses in the NFL. That's the only one
Did
that I
okay?
know.
Did Ashley play at Florida and then transfer over to somebody and then transfer? Is that her? Because Randy Moss, I think, had a daughter that was a basketball player. She started off at Florida and then she
Yeah, she
transferred to a
played
small
basketball.
school to Lindsey Wilson or Thomas More or something like that in Northern Kentucky. Because I think her mama is from Northern Kentucky.
Yeah, so she's the basketball analyst for and host for CBS Sports. Um
What's her background?
Hold on. I just saw her bio. Hold on. Is this it? Me oh no, that's her Forbes 30. Okay, who is Ashley Nicole Moss? It says her love for sports started due to her dad, but in high school she fell in love with the logistics of the game. Yeah, she's on the Forbes 30 under 30. She's the first Black woman to lead Sports Illustrated's digital series Laces Out, and she also co-hosts on Paper Route. Oh,
Okay,
these are,
what's her sports background?
I want to say basketball. I'm gonna show you a picture of her.
I don't forgot what she looked like. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is who it is. So she played ball here in Northern
I
Kentucky.
don't know if you can see that.
I can see it, and it kind of looks like her. I'm not sure, right? But she played at Florida and then left Florida and went to like Lindsey Wilson or Thomas More, one of those smaller schools in Northern Kentucky. I'll have to look it up to see if that's her. Because if that is that's we're talking about the same person. And I was
Okay.
wondering what happened to her. Yeah. Because I would like to figure out why she left the SEC to go play at a small school. But I think it has something to do with being closer to home. And if that's the case, why didn't you go to Northern Kentucky? Or why didn't you come to Kentucky?
True. I'm about to pull her up too. Um,
You know what I mean? Because we could have used her here at Kentucky.
Let me see. She's from the Miami Fort
Where's she from?
Lauderdale area.
Oh,
Miami Fort
this might be a
Lauderdale.
different. This she might be somebody different then. Because I'm pretty sure that the girl that I'm talking about is Randy Moss's daughter, and she's from Northern Kentucky. She's from Kentucky, but I could be wrong.
I'm trying to see now. This is a small. Um, no, this it's not Randy Moss's daughter because
Yeah, then that's not her. Yeah, okay, so
yeah.
we're not talking about the same. So that's not Randy Moss's daughter. Yeah, so Randy Moss's daughter is from Kentucky, and she played for the University of Florida. I don't know how we let her get out of the state of Kentucky because she ended up leaving Florida and going from a D1 SEC, which the SEC women's is the to me is the strongest conference, because
Mm-hmm.
you just have for women's basketball, and then she went to like Lindsey Wilson or Thomas More, which is like a D2 school.
Mm.
Dominated because she was a legit SEC, D1 player. But
Right.
wherever she went, she totally just dominated. And I know for a fact that she was Randy Moss's daughter.
Okay. Yeah.
She's a
This
basketball
not
player.
her.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
all right.
girl, every time I think we only gonna be on here for an hour, we still almost hit this 2 hour mark.
Yeah, we're gonna do better. We're gonna do better. We're gonna do better.
That was the whole purpose of bringing it to 7:30, so that I'm
Right.
not all late and
We're
but I
gonna
love
do
it.
better.
Great conversation, and we'll get it together.
Yeah,
All
we're
right,
gonna
girl.
do
So
better.
thank you,
No
um,
problem. I'm
Kelly
happy.
Collins, aka Kelz with the Intelz, and keeping us abreast of our Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? And we are gonna see y'all next Tuesday,
Next Tuesday,
7:30.
seven
But
thirty.
but make sure you tune in tomorrow, because if you got to,
Oh, I'll
it's
be.
gonna be off the chain. Y'all,
I,
it's gonna be off the chain. Tune in tomorrow for our regularly scheduled Hits and Heels program with me and Coach Bryant, um, on Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock, and we'll see y'all later. Bye bye.
bye bye.